got a bunch of different cultures that have vampires. I kind of thought that the Polish ones were cool. That they would turn into like a moth or fog or whatever. But I thought that that type of thing was neat.
Right. They have a guy who's like a real life vampire. He was a guest in a few talk shows.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and biblically, and you know this so too well. Totally not for the drinking of like consumption of blood because
Sorry.
there's a Bible on that.
No, you're not allowed to consume blood.
Yeah, because life's in the blood and everything. And you did have tribes that would do that. That they would feel like
You
they would
have
get
people
somebody's
in
power.
Latin America, in the Latin Americans or South Americans, they would gut the pig, spill out the blood, and make a juice out of the blood, and pour it into the meat as they cooked it, and it was just like,
I know.
like throwing up saying it, man. But still, yeah.
There's people that eat stuff raw, but whatever. So you got all the Deadpool equals money. Deadpool and Spider-Man have so much background. I wish that they would just make a Deadpool 4 with Spider-Man. That could be a totally separate thing from the MCU, and probably should be.
Right.
But put a Spider-Man and Deadpool together because they're both money characters. Just roll with it. Make several $billion again. I bet. It just give the people what they want. And I don't think it's hard to know what the people want. You can look back at the 90s. You can look at certain points in time with like the X-Men and give people that. Look at what was popular.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, Spidey's like a more of a kids friendly character. Deadpool is more for adults. How are you gonna mix the two?
They've done it.
How? Where?
Marvel Comics has done it.
How? When? Give me an example.
You want me to look this up? They've had cartoons, but we're not talking about that because if it was
I'm
a movie,
talking about Gore. Like Deadpool's like killing, Gore, maiming, decapitations.
Okay,
Seriously.
hang on. I'm asking the great and powerful
Spidey's the
Grok.
Spider-Man, and
Yeah,
they say
Spider-Man's a
you're
lot
friendly, Spider-Man.
He's friendly. He's friendly, and he does live in your
Yeah,
neighborhood.
he's not chopping off heads. He's not
if you live
cutting.
in Queens, well, I mean
He's not shooting guns.
that's where you get the conflict of that. Okay,
Well, it could be the idea is that Spider-Man is hanging out with Deadpool, trying to prevent all the gore from happening.
yeah, it's always like, what are you doing? Because he's a mercenary.
Right. I still wonder how it would play out.
They do have cartoons of it, though.
Forget cartoons. You want to combine the current Deadpool style with a Spider-Man movie.
No, that wouldn't be weird at all.
I don't think it'd be feasible.
Hey. So I have asked the great and powerful
Grocky
about because I don't want to answer wrong, about what notable Spider-Man and Deadpool things there are. How many is it gonna give me? Well, wait. Okay, it's only giving me 3, but I'm going to read them up. Number 1, Cable and Deadpool number 24, made in 2005.
But you're talking about comics right now.
I'm talking, specifically because if you don't have the comics, you don't have the movies or what have you.
Right.
So that's when that happened. The main focus marks the significance of Spider-Man and Deadpool. Deadpool working with Cable crosses paths with Spider-Man, leading to banter. Of course, they would, because Spider-Man's a smart mouth, and so is Deadpool. They're both mouthy. An action that set the tone for their future team-ups, their dynamic showcases, Deadpool's chaotic humor against Spider-Man's quips and moral grounding. Obviously Spider-Man's the moral one. What is he, like a 15-year-old kid or whatever? And then Deadpool's like some psycho mercenary who, by the way, has had like love affairs with like Death. Death is a female in Marvel Comics, and so Death.
I know that.
She has the hots for Deadpool. But you know who wants to get with Death that keeps getting like rejected? That's kept in the friend zone. Thanos. Poor Thanos.
Poor
Thanos
guy.
he's not getting any love. Thanos is a pretty bad guy. I mean, All right. Anyway, he kills his kids to impress Death. All the stuff that went on in the whole Thanos Marvel movie stuff, if they were being consistent with the comics, that was just to impress Death. That's what that's about. He loves her that much. He's just Deadpool 11 from 2012. Spider-Man appears in a guest role during Deadpool's attempt to deal with a zombie outbreak. Oh man, that's cash money right there. Tied with his past, their interaction is packed with humor.
I mean, I think people are already done with the zombie movies.
If they're delivered well, it's fine. I heard somebody going wild about that Star Trek Strange New Worlds, how they had a zombie episode. I thought that it was pulled off well and that it made sense. They've also did that in the
but it wasn't really like a really zombie.
It wasn't, but they were still zombies essentially. Right. More or less, they were zombies. They were like mossy zombies. Okay, Deadpool's irreverence clashes with Spider-Man's attempts to stay serious, highlighting their odd couple chemistry. That's accurate. So then you've got Spider-Man / Deadpool. So there is a comic series, I thought there was, that had them, and it breaks down for you. Grok does issues 1 through 6, what happens there. Issues 8 through 10, what happens there. Issues 23 through 25. In parentheses, it says that Deadpool kills Cable.
Really?
And during those ones, and it says why that's notable. Let me just read them.
Cable is a serious player in the comic.
He is. He's Cyclops' son.
Yeah, and he's a very tough.
Yeah, I liked how they portrayed him in Deadpool too. I thought that was great. So, issue 1 through 6. let me be in my narration voice. Spider-Man and Deadpool are hired to take down a common enemy, leading to a mix of mistrust, humor, and eventual. What in the world is that word? I don't even know what that word is. I think that's a French word. Deadpool's antics push Spider-Man's patience, but they bond over shared values. Okay, the next one is 8 through 10. It says the good, the bad, and the ugly. I like that movie, by the way. They tackle a conspiracy involving a villainous organization with deep exploration of Deadpool's tragic side and Spider-Man's moral compass, 23 through 25. Deadpool kills Cable, a major arc where Deadpool's actions strain their partnership, showcasing their ideological differences. Talks about why that's notable, selects humor, heartfelt moments, action, all that. You would have that because you would have them bouncing back and forth with each other. They do have a number 4. Excuse me. It's did more work. Avengers number 0 has them. A Deadpool : Too Soon, a 1 through 4 has them in it. Spider-Man / Deadpool : Itsy Bitsy from 2017. So no, there's a lot of that, not just in the cartoon where they make an appearance, but they have a notable history. I just wanted to actually name off some, since you were saying don't just say it, tell me where. A bunch of times they've met up, and it works well because they're both smart mouths. When Deadpool starts talking to people, Spider-Man will be like, who are you talking to? Because he breaks through the fourth wall. He talks to like you and me, the audience. And just, you know how the character acts. If you've not read a comic with him, you've seen him in the movies or whatever, and you know how he acts. He acts that way in a cartoon. He acts that way in a comic. He acts that way in a movie. There's animated movies. You've got a Wolverine, Deadpool animated movie and all that. Lots
here, check this out.
Go ahead.
1 second.
Are we still talking Deadpool, or are you drifting?
Yeah, Deadpool and Spider-Man.
Okay.
List of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, Taskmaster.
We who?
I think me and Deadpool?
Deadpool is here?
Did you miss me? Dude, how? Taskmaster can copy your moves just by watching you fight. Maybe your moves, Binky. Check it.
I will destroy you.
Ooh, set the body to stun.
So obviously the way they're doing the comic, the Marvel anime, is obviously more kid-friendly.
No, obviously that's a kids program. That's a kids program, so it would be, and I have seen that episode, but he still acts goofy and sarcastic and everything. They just don't have the profanity.
Every
and
villain,
bloodshed.
Yeah, but the goofiness comes from what's his name?
What?
And his version.
No, that's consistent. That's
Didn't Nice Bull
Deadpool.
regenerate
Deadpool likes
like
that
other
way.
Deadpool variants?
What, throughout every comic? He's not a serious player?
He's not he's a smart mouth and jokester that talks to he acts the way that he acted in the movies. That's Deadpool. So you're seeing it in the cartoon, you've seen it in the movies. That's the way Deadpool is.
In the comic throughout.
He's the merc with a mouth. I think maybe there might have been some like weird point where he wasn't like that, but he's the merc with the mouth. That's why he's that. He runs his mouth and carries on with that stuff. That's just like Peter Parker is notably sarcastic. You know, he is talking about how he makes quibs in that thing that I said. He mocks people while he's doing what he's doing, which throws them off their guard because it'll make them mad or distract them. It's like, are you going to wear those shoes with that belt, or you're whatever when they're like in a fight and everything? Well, I don't know what movie it was.